So, I heard Nintendo started up this new franchise called Pokemon, and I think it's supposed to be like Nintendo's answer to Pal World. I don't know if you heard about this,
Or
but
like, what is it, like Digimon or
yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
it's kind
Or...
of like if Yu-Gi-Oh was a little more kiddie and for baby girls.
Okay,
Okay, now that we're on the same page, so
I'm on board.
they're having a special Nintendo Direct just for this new fangled Pocket Man's thing.
Okay.
And it's going to be on February 27th. And what do you think they're going to talk about?
Well, I think, this new thing that has just been brought to my attention that I have no prior knowledge of. I'd
Yeah.
say, Legends Z to A would probably be on the docket.
Yeah,
As,
I mean,
like, the
because
number
that's
one
the only
thing.
thing we know about, right? Like that's already
Yeah.
been announced. So, well, normally the formula for these things goes: they end with the only game anybody cares about. There's about 10 minutes of talk of mobile apps and shit that nobody likes.
Yeah.
There's maybe like one or two mentions of the card game, one or two mentions of the show. So,
Yeah,
is
and the
Pokemon-
last one, that's when the Pocket got announced, though, and that's been a big hit.
what got
Pokemon
announced?
TCG Pocket.
I don't know what that is even.
It's the mobile, like, gotcha card game collecting app. It's like they have the
Okay.
card game already,
Yeah,
Pokemon TCG Live, but then they added Pokemon TCG Pocket.
I didn't
And that
realize
one
there
is
was
like-
not a mobile app.
It's kind of like Duel Links, but for Pokemon,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like a simplified Pokemon.
I
But it's
gotcha.
all about just collecting the cards. And so people are like,
Oh.
you rip the packs.
Cringe.
You like literally open the pack with your finger, like you cut it open, and then like you look through the cards. Yeah. What's so funny though is it's blown up in popularity, like way more popular than the other stuff, and it's one that you spend money on. Whereas the existing Pokemon card game TCG Live app is free. So
Okay.
I don't know.
I didn't know about this. You were breaking this news to me for the first time. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, and I have lost more faith in humanity.
It's sad, right? People want to spend money on digital cards where
And-
you could already get digital cards for free on the existing app that plays the actual Pokemon game.
At least with physical cards, you could
Yeah.
make an argument that you have something tangible while you're wasting your money on speculative nonsense.
Yeah.
But on digital, there's not
Investing
even
your
an
money?
illusion.
Yeah.
These are like the Ethereum of Pokemon cards. What the fuck is this?
It's bad. It's bad.
What-
But they'll probably talk about it again because it's been so successful. So I expect some speak on Pokemon
But-
TCG Pocket.
But in like 8 years, they're just gonna shut it down, and you're not gonna have them anymore.
Yeah, who knows, right?
What? I don't believe that what you just told me. It's literally you just collect the cards.
You collect the cards, but you can play like that neutered version of the game where like you can't have a
Okay,
full bench or
mean,
anything. Yeah.
At least there is a game attached
But
to
most
this.
people do it. So like you get like I think 2 free packs a day. So like you can open
Okay.
2 packs a day of
That's
booster
how they
cards.
get you.
Yeah, and then like I remember hearing like when it first came out. So I only played this like for 2 seconds because I thought it was stupid. But a lot of my friends got really into it. But it gives you like this rotating like array of packs to choose from, and apparently if you investigate them, some of them have a crinkle. And the pack in that big group that has the crinkle has a slightly higher percent chance of getting you like a rare card. So I know it's just like, oh no.
So my friend Chaotic Meatball, you know about this guy?
I do.
He was regaling me of stories about how he would bring a digital scale to Walmart and weigh the fucking card packs.
Yeah, people used to do that. But the thing
I
is,
can't believe
they
that
usually
nonsense.
that kind of thing has been
That was probably only a thing you could do for a short time before they figured
very
it out.
short period of time. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they started inserting like extra cards and like little
Okay.
pieces of plastic.
Yeah.
And the blister packs to make it so that you couldn't do that. That was more
His
of an
logic
issue with
was-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, his logic was like the whole fucking holo shit made it weigh a little bit more. So like,
yeah,
oh
it
my
did.
god,
It did. You could actually tell. Yeah.
That's so stupid. Oh my god. That's like them trying to put that element into their fucking digital card opening simulator. That
Yeah.
sucks.
Basically,
Oh my
like
God.
if you have a keen eye, you can game the system a little bit.
You just made me not excited for the Pokemon Presents because that's going to take up most of the runtime.
No, it's not going to take up most. It's going to take
wi-
up like 3 or 4 minutes at most.
It's going to be a plurality at least. It's going to take up the most.
Well, they're
everything
probably
they
announcing
mentioned.
a new remake for a Pokemon game. So what do you expect
You think
that
so?
is?
You think
Yeah.
they're actually going to do? Well,
I
I
think
mean, there's
so.
only two things they can do, and that's Let's Go Johto, or they could do Black and White, right? Those are the only two real options, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could do Mystery Dungeon Explorers of like Time,
Yeah.
Darkness, Sky,
I feel
because they
like
did the first.
for both, like, so first of all, Let's Go Johto would be really cool, I think.
Oh, I would be into any of these.
But a Black and White remake, I feel like you'd have to put more effort into it than you did with like the last set of remakes they just released.
Yeah, there was a lot of backlash with the Diamond and Pearl one, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I played through it. I actually did a Nuzlocke of it. That's how I played
nice.
through it. Yeah, and I won the Nuzlocke, so that was cool.
Hell yeah.
But it's always nice when you actually win. I normally don't win.
Yeah.
Normally it falls apart at some point, but it didn't for that. I had a really good team. But
Cool.
I had a Rapidash named Emolf, which is just flame backwards. That was
Very
like my
clever.
star. Yeah, I had a
Heckin' skill.
Metacham. Metacham was killing some people. Yeah, I had some good mons. What else did I have? I had a really good a Gold Duck. Nah, who the fuck cares? Nobody wants to hear about my stupid team. But of course, I
I'm
had
sure
Lucario.
somebody does.
You get Lucario in the story, so they ended up being pretty clutch.
Chaotic Meatball might want to hear about this.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't
Let
tell
us
him
know
about
if
the
you're
show,
watching.
So he's like, he doesn't know about the show. I didn't tell him. So. Oh, that reminds me. I'm doing Thrift Stores 2 soon. Keep an eye out. I might go up towards your neck of the woods again.
All right. I'll keep
And
an
by
eye
might, I mean I probably will.
out. Okay.
Because I was talking to him about it too, because he wants to go to some stores, and yeah.
Yeah.
I just needed to get out, like, because I've been jumping into big project after big project, and
Yeah, that's a big project too.
yeah, that is a big project. But it's like I wasn't gonna work on that well. I was working on Chrono Trigger, and I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna work on that well. I was working on Madden, and I kind of ran out of money for a minute, so
Yeah.
that happened. But then I got the Pell Grant, so now it's all good.
All right.
I have money again.
Well, there you
So-
go. Well,
which is so stupid.
spinning it back around though to Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do you think the next game's getting announced?
You think there's just going to be a whole new gen? You think they're just going to be like Gen 10? Here it is.
Well, I don't know. Has it been enough time?
It
Because the DLC already came out, and so I feel like we're right at that 2-year window. Unless you think they're going to hold off.
Yeah, they do Pokemon generations that fast. I feel like the gaps need to get bigger, though. Like, we can't be doing a gen every 2 to 3 years.
I might be remembering wrong, but I feel like they kind of acknowledged that and said that the gaps would be getting a little bigger potentially.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it's time to move on to me, but I'm also not a kid.
It's
And to
probably
a kid,
not
maybe
coming,
it feels
right?
like it's time.
Because the big Switch 2 reveal hasn't happened yet. So I feel like wouldn't they wait to show the big or would they do that thing they always do? Do you think the next one's going to be on Switch 1?
It will.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Ugh,
Pokemon always lags behind. They go for the broadest audience.
that's too bad.
They're not going to be on the bleeding edge. They're going to be after, well, we got to get all the kids.
Well, let's say
That's-
that it's a Switch 2 game that also happens to you could just put it right into your Switch 1.
I don't think that's going to, no. No way. It's going to, what did Danny say? It's going to like AI convert the code to Switch 1 code.
Yeah. That's what it's
work
going to
on
do.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do that. They're going to do that whole thing. So no, yeah, I guess my official prediction is they're going to open with the card opening simulator, and it's going to go on for way too long. They're going to do a sizzle reel with like Pokemon Sleep and Pokemon Puzzle Game Cafe or whatever it is. And
Sakina tried Pokemon Sleep for a solid 2 months.
Yeah?
Yeah, and she eventually stopped because it was just bad.
Why? Why would you do it? Yeah.
She's just a fan of mobile apps in general, and so she'll give almost any app like that a try.
That was Nintendo testing out the Alarmo. They're just like, all right, we'll put it into an app first. It's Pokemon.
Yeah, Alarmo, yeah. That's what I'm worried about with Nintendo Music. I'm worried that's a test run for claiming everyone's YouTube AdSense from any game that's ever featured any sound from a Nintendo game.
Oh no. No, don't say that.
That was my initial worry when they launched that, because, well, like, at the very least, they're going to be taking down those channels that are like just mixtapes of Nintendo music, like Nintendo music to chill for, like, 10 hours.
Do you throw
but
those
like,
on
the
ever?
worry would be that they start going back to like 2013, where they
I
had
think
the
they learned their
partner
lesson
program.
with that. They realized that was bad, so they just stopped. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dark and awful time for Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't around then, but who was
Yeah, you
around
weren't even
then?
born yet.
Shut up. I wasn't on YouTube. I was talking to someone who was telling me about that era, but I don't remember who it was. And it's gone, so I'm never going to think of it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to get some ZA. You think, yeah, I guess the one more thing I'm going to predict is going to be a remake of Black and White. We're going to get Black and White.
Okay. I think ZA seems like it's going to be pretty fun. I'm pretty excited for it. I plan to buy it.
The thing with Legends Arceus is I don't like the game, but I think it was a solid foundation, and there was a good game to be had if some things were reworked.
Yeah.
But as it stands, I wasn't a fan. But like, I'm definitely gonna get Legends Arceus. Like, I'm gonna play it, so whatever.
I also just like Gen 6, so
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good, decent gen. That was when I really got into competitive, even though I didn't think X and Y were that good at games.
Mega Evolving was fun.
Yeah, it was a fun wrinkle to competitive, yeah.
And I liked the little, like, the different versions of Mewtwo specifically.
Yeah.
I liked the one that
Are
was
you an X
technically
or a
worse.
Y form Mewtwo? Which the better Mewtwo?
I had the smaller one, the X, or no, I had the Y one.
Okay, yeah.
I liked the
Y?
look of that one way more. Yeah.
Well, X was like the fighting Mewtwo, and then Y
Yeah,
was like
it was like all big and jacked.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Y was the more like Mewtwo-y Mewtwo,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So that's your final prediction?
Yeah, that was my final prediction. I just did it.
I think
What's
mine
yours?
is pretty much in line with that. That's what I expect about.
All right.
Yeah.
That was that. That's Pokemon. Pokemon.